Good morning. Welcome back to Gardening at McClucken. It's probably around 6:30 right now. Many folks still in bed, including my grandson. The chickens, the ducks, see that's how early it is. The ducks have been fed and watered and their pool has been cleaned out and filled. The sheep have been fed and watered. Look how amazing that is. And those are just slips that I grew on a sweet potato. By that I mean that I had sweet potatoes left over that I grew from last year, and they started growing slips. They didn't have any roots or anything because, they weren't placed in water or in soil or anything. And these are what was growing actually on a sweet potato that was in a plastic bag. So I am thankful, I am blessed to have this many slips from sweet potatoes that was growing in a bag that I grew last year. My petunias, I have not yet deadheaded. My strawberries, how gorgeous are those? My tomato bed, still no yellow squash out here. Look how big these things are getting. My zucchini, aren't they absolutely gorgeous? None of my Christmas lima beans have come up yet, but it's still a little bit too early. Same over here. But these two here are like growing like weeds. Yesterday they were tiny little things. This is my raspberry green stalk with beans in it. Like, yay! My two little watermelons, actually, it's 3 watermelons. I got a little tiny one right there. Thought maybe I saw another one out here, but no, I did not. Oh, yes, I do, right there. So this would be a red one, because I planted red watermelons here and over there. I planted orange and yellow watermelons over there. I totally forgot to place them over here. So I'm going to let those grow a little bit more, and I'm going to transplant some of them over here. But that's not the exciting thing. This is the exciting thing. Remember last week when I planted my Cherokee wax beans? There's one coming up right there. Yay! But that's the only one I saw that was coming up right now. But I'm still excited about having, Cherokee wax beans out here with my tomatoes. Will they survive? I don't know. Will they do anything? I don't know. But I've got one, so that's a positive sign. That is definitely a positive sign. Ooh, I've got 2. The one up there and then this one. Yay, they're starting to grow. I'm so happy about that. Nothing over here in this one. Nothing in this one here yet. Nothing in this one. As you can see, these get a lot of shade in the morning. Nothing in this one here yet. And nothing in this one yet. But, give them time, give them patience, and they'll come. Anyway, that's all that I want to share with you this morning. I need to go inside, feed my cats, because they get what we call cat crack, which is basically moist cat food, in the morning. And the rest of the day, in the evening, they get dry cat food, which they gorge themselves on that, and then they tend to throw it up. there's one of my ducks in her pool. And my sheep are still looking for the corn, 4-in-1 corn over there, which apparently they like. Now look at this. Oh, something came by and broke this one off, or ate this one off. I'm not sure who did that, but it was growing right there. And boop, it's off now. But look how thick that stalk is. I mean, that is a thick stalk compared to the one next to it. That is a nice thick stalk. And there's another nice thick stalk right there. I'm trying to let these grow. But look how gorgeous this one here is. That's a purple one. Look how thick that stalk is. I've got another purple one here. A nice green one there. Ooh. Another really gorgeous looking purple one there. Isn't that absolutely just gorgeous? Ooh, and I've got another green one right back here. Like I said, I'm going to let these grow and rest for a year. Look how tall this one here is. That's like waist high on me. Don't know if you can see that, but it's waist high on me. Like, yay. But like I said, I'm letting those rest for a year. That way they can put strength into their roots, their crowns, as they're called. And then I'm just going to let them grow. And then once the ferns die back, I will dig the crowns up and I will transplant them elsewhere. Because I want to move this bed, I don't know, probably not move it closer to that bed there. Because I'm going to be putting an arch between that bed and the fence. So, but yeah, there's a little tiny green one right there. See it? Another little tiny green one right there. Right here. That's a little tiny green asparagus. But yeah, I am trying to let these grow. Like I said, so they can put all their vigor into the crown. That way when I transplant them again, it will have more strength to grow next year. Look, oh, there's two more there. There's that one, and there's that tiny little green one. But yeah, they're finally doing something, which I am very impressed with. I'm very happy with it. But what I'm most excited about is my sweet potatoes. Yay! I am so happy with my sweet potatoes. And I really do hope that my family loves zucchini, because apparently I only have about 5 plants so far. 3 over here. And 2 over here so far. I just wish that my squash would come up, because I like yellow squash. But yeah, that's it for today. I've got to go in there and paint some baseboards in my son's old room, which is aka the guest room, aka baby room, Aiden's room. That way when he comes over, he'll have a place to go and play, and he'll have his toy box in there, and he'll have some toys and books and stuff. You know, just basically a place for him to go and play and be safe, you know. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, everyone. Happy gardening. Gotta love my fig tree. Look at that. All the way up and down the stem. It's gotten good. Anyway, I still need to transplant that. I'm going to plant it over there in that corner. That way it can provide shade for my grandson. I've got 2 duck eggs this morning. The third duck has not yet laid. And there's Annie. I know it's Annie because she has whitish gray spots on her. That is the only way I can tell her apart from my other two ducks. I've got Annie there. Minnie over there. Where's Miney? Miney! Miney? Miney is probably in the chicken coop laying her egg. And there are my two lambs over there, busy munching down on their feed. They love their feed. They're growing like weeds. And yeah, they're beautiful, beautiful animals. They get affectionate. They get loving when I go in there with their food. However, otherwise, I don't go in there. Well, I do need to go in there at some point today to clean up their poop. But we'll see how that goes. Because sometimes they'll have attitude and stomp at me. Hi, baby. But I need to go out and get some either plywood to go on top of their post, which you can see right there, one bag. Got one up here and then one in back. But yeah, we had a strong wind that came by and just completely tore the tarp, one corner of the tarp. The other side up there is looking like it's tearing a little bit. But yeah, we need to put shade up for the lambs because we want to keep the lambs nice and safe. We still need to get a shade cloth for the chicken coop. But that will probably be next week. Because right now I've got my grandson. I'm trying to do inside chores while he's here. And yeah, that's it for today. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. Have a good day. Happy gardening.